At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in here to TSSR Game Time Live. Of course, brought to you by a many host of very fine sponsors here. And you hear all the squeaking and noise in the background as all these young men working out here in the gym. I'm joined by Dylan today, pressing him into service for this JV game. I know you've been all over the place, Dylan.
Yeah.
Talk about what you've seen from all the different teams we cover.
A lot of basketball. Whole bunch of scoring. Good players, bad players.
All right. Well, we do want to thank the folks making our broadcast possible, like JoJo's Gaming Parlor in Bushnell. One of our fine sponsors. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you are at it. See the friends at JoJo's, where they have all the TSSR Game Time Live events on the big screens there at JoJo's. And join the friends at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell. Cheer our area teams on to victory. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Cyclones student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And I am going to wet my whistle. Again, if you're playing the home game, consume. Cyclones will be in the home white uniform. Sorry, I had to flip my microphone around. That's much, much, much better. Now I can actually not yank my head off on the court, which is usually a better thing to do. All right, just about ready to start here. The Brimfield Indians, and it is not Elmwood Brimfield, as the Brimfield Indians are non-co-opt in basketball. Brody Cordell will jump it up for the Cyclones. The Indians in the road red uniforms. And we'll get this thing underway here. Glad you're alongside for basketball action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Brimfield gets the ball first. Still working around up top there. And starting to make a couple moves. Man-on-man put on by the Cyclones here. That is Luke Estes. He'll kick it out, work it out top for Shane. Shane drops the handle on the ball, scoops it back up. Waits for a cutter, can't find anybody. Actually, between he and Cordell and Matt Whitman. Blocked by Cordell. Whitman out of there with it, up to Ruger Olson. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound to counter. And as Eli tried to get a hold of the ball, Ruger tried to help him. And unfortunately caused the turnover. They stepped on the end line. And pressure put on here by the Cyclones in the backcourt. Whitman with a steal. And will head back the other way. Looks to drive the lane, has it stolen right back by Luke Estes. Eli to counter, doing a nice job of getting him woed there. As they'll work it back the other way now. And another steal again by the Cyclones. Cyclones doing a great job getting things going here so far. And shot is up and in by Matt Whitman. So the Cyclones go up by a 2-0 score here. Working out with the ball now is Shane. You're going to bounce it into the corner for Burkett. Burkett holds on, waits, gives a shake, drives lane, tried the up and under, couldn't go, got his rebound. And now walks it out in the corner. Now we are playing 7-minute quarters today. And that one slipped right up and in. So we're tied at 2-2. Outnumbered 2-2. Ryan Clark with the basketball. He'll hold it out there. Wait for a screen from Cordell. Actually just drives in. Shoots shot. No good. Luke Estes out of there with the rebound. And they'll just walk it up here. Also on the floor is Grunow. Actually, I changed my mind. That's Cahill. They bring it to Burkett. Burkett going to try to back Brody Cordell in. Caught in the lane. Kicks it out. Shane dribbling down. Wheels it back up and out of there. And now they'll hold on the sideline. A couple of bounces. Looking to drive it down. And we're going to have a foul whistled on Olsen as he kind of bumped him. Now, Dylan, so far here, looks like both teams kind of trying to measure each other. Nobody's really gained an advantage yet. With 4:28 left to go here, first quarter of play. Burkett drives on Cordell. Scoops it in the lane, picked up by Shane. He'll go in, partially blocked by Clark. Rebound tipped around, and then Whitman able to steal it away. Whitman off in the hand, out. And Ryan Clark with it. Holds as they wheel through, running a lot of UCLA offense. To Whitman, nice backdoor pass by Matt Whitman. Great pass to whip it into Eli to counter, and they'll go up 4-2. Low scoring affair here so far. Shane dribbles down. Out of there, swings it on the outside to Simmons. Over to Luke Estes. And there is a Logan Estes. That's why I keep saying first name with him.
Oh, what a
yeah. And that was a whoopsie doodles by Luke Estes as he couldn't quite get the handle on the basketball.
big carry.
Yep, that's one of those you got to keep the ball with you. And Ruger Olsen will go out. Checking in will be Hunter Jackson. Good to see Hunter Jackson back. Was a little sick last week. Good to see him. And now going the other way, they pass it as Whitman cuts through. The counter going hard to the hole, puts it up. Can't get it to go, and the rebound, Estes out of there with it. Trapped in the backcourt, works it over to Shane with the pass. Bounces it over, and now dumps down to Cahill. Cahill in the lane, double cuts her, no good. And I think somebody bailed him out with the foul. That is Matt Whitman's first. Braden Copeland will check in. First one's good. So makes it 4-3. Copeland in. Matt Whitman takes a seat. As Whitman's picked up his first. His team second. Second one by Cahill, no good. Clark snaps up the board. 3 minutes left to go here in this first quarter of play. And again, we're playing 7-minute quarters here. Out to Clark, who watches Copeland cut through. Now stops up top, gives it to Copeland. Copeland, and unfortunately do have to report that our 7th grade youngins actually came up just a little bit short, 37-35 at state from what I heard. Three-point shot was just a little short. Hit off the back of the rim. At the end there, DeCounter trying the half hook, no good. Copeland the rebound, he'll bounce. Kick it out to DeCounter, up top for Jackson. He'll take a bounce, nearly had it picked by Estes. And now over to Copeland. Copeland drives in, and we've got a foul called. That is on Luke Estes. That's his first. First on the team. Cyclones will bring it inbounds underneath the basket on a box offensive set. Holds, waits to the counter. Over to Jackson. He'll throw it and almost hit the feet of Braden Copeland. Olsen will check back in. Next dead ball. Fake above his head. Down to Copeland. Man-to-man put on here by Brimfield. Nice screen by Cordell. And they're saying, and Clark got caught in the lane. Jair Flora Durham will check in. Hunter Jackson and Ryan Clark will go out. Burkett will bring it in bounds for the Indians. Off in the hands of Shane. Shane will walk it across. Kind of slows it down a little bit. Waits. Hands off to Estes. Estes in the lane. And they're going to whistle a block on Braden Copeland. And that'll be his first and the third on the team. Now remember, it is 5 fouls in a quarter. Send them to the free throw line. Shane with it. Couple of dribbles on the baseline. Gets cut off. Bounces back out into the game. Bruner. They went to throw it over to the sideline. Yeah.
Straight to the wall.
Yep. And, I guess you guys have done racing. That was kind of, they put him into the wall on that one. Racing analogy. And some late arriving fans coming here on this. I know Brimfield playing at the 7th grade state tournament a little later today. I know Southeastern also in action. Wish good luck to them. Friends at CIS Sports doing the work there. Bruner with it, whips it to Shane. Shane across the half-court stripe. And now works it, bounces out to Estes. Luke Estes, couple bounces. And works us down 1:15. A blistering scoring pace so far, 4-3. And a double dribble whistled on Cahill. He'll turn it over. Ryan Clark back in. As Eli DeCounter will go out this time.
Yeah, kind of.
And walking it up is Ruger Olson. And Estes going to commit his second personal foul, trying to get the ball from Copeland. That is the third on the team. Minute left in this first quarter. Copeland waits, holds out to Olson. Down 4. Ryan Clark. Clark out to Cordell. Over to Olson, to Flora Durham. Bounces to Copeland. Copeland wheeling in the lane. I'm not sure what happened there, and then wheels it back out. A little bit of grabby gotcha, I think, going on in the middle. And Cordell tried the nice pass, bounce past it, probably would have got it through there. Will Phelps will check in for the Cyclones. Brody Cordell will go out. Clark within the lane, dumps to Flora Durham, goes up, and foul on the way. Okay, I'm going to say this. You put a Phelps in a game, good things happen. Not actually directly his influence. That is the 14th foul on Brimfield. And the first one, no good. Might be of the block variety. Second one's good. So Jair able to make it 5-3. Back the other way will come Shane. Looks to go in the lane, kick out on the outside. Shane took a spill in the lane. Burkett trying to work Clark down. Almost old school NBA style. Out, they'll work it on the outside to Simmons. Now over for Bruner. Bruner in the lane, tried to get it past Copeland, and then Copeland knocks it off his knee out of bounds. It'll stay with Brimfield with 11 seconds left in the first quarter. I don't know why my daughter, my oldest, is looking at me, but she is. Girl down, and Phelps going to pick up the foul as he brushes the hair out of his face. That trying to get a little position there. And Simmons up at the free throw line, ready to put this one up and on the way. And kind of an interesting free throw motion, but made it. So I guess you never mind how weird it looks as long as they make it. Second one on the way. It is no good. Rebound fought for. Copeland able to tear it away and then gets fouled. Very closely, a knee to the back of the head. And so that'll be the fourth on Brimfield. Ruger Olson will trigger it inbounds. Brings it over to Copeland. Copeland in a hurry. 3 with 2. Looks for somebody to bring it to. Goes up.
What a move.
Now that is an awesome move, and knowing how much time's on the clock, Dylan, right?
Yes.
And so at the end of one quarter of play, it is 7-4. Cyclones that lead it here, right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Country Financial, we
7-4 as we start the second quarter play. Need to thank some more of the very, very fine sponsors of our broadcast here on TSSR Game Time Live. That would include MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2023. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Starting the second quarter for the Cyclones, Brody Cordell, Ryan Clark, Eli DeCounter, Aiden Percy, and Matt Whitman. They tried to dump it down to Clark and threw it out of bounds. We'll get Brimfield's lineup when they go back on offense the other way. Whitman will look to bring it in. Another box offensive set into Cordell. Nice cut to the middle. Just left a little food on the fork, left it short. And then Clark able to get the rebound, put it up. He'll be fouled. Okay. Clark ready to put it up and on the way. And a little bit short. I'm telling you what, folks, it's always a Saturday game. Saturday games are ones I hated by far because no school routine or anything. Second one, up and good by Clark, so they double them up on an 8-4 advantage. As Shane brings across the line, Shane is joined by Burkett. Also out there now is Logan Estes, number 42. Simmons out top. And also Bruner. Shane dribbling around out top here. Remember, Luke Estes, had the two personals. As Simmons works it out to Burkett. Burkett driving in on Matt Whitman. And
a foul is called.
Yep. Had a nice lean in there, Dylan. I thought he was going to get the basket and. It's a little short.
Yeah.
And that foul, I believe, is going to be on Eli DeCounter. Burkett at the free throw line, puts it on the way. Yeah, it's good. Now Luke Estes will come in. He'll replace Bruner. 8-5, and makes them both. So puts it up to an 8-6 lead for West Prairie. 6:21. They are doing 7-minute quarters. As they work it out here to DeCounter. DeCounter over to Percy. Percy a bounce. And over for Whitman. Whitman, a few bounces to DeCounter to Percy. Percy, a bounce into Cordell. Cordell makes a nice strong post move, puts it up and puts it in. And makes it 10-6. 5:55, clock rolling here, second quarter. Logan Estes with it. Now they're working in the lane, back to Logan Estes. He'll put it up, put it in the lane. And somebody's shoe is not properly tied.
False alarm.
Yep. Eli DeCounter was properly tied. It just looks like his laces are that long. Percy with it. Had tried to bounce it over. Simmons steals it. Driving in the lane. Whitman kind of did a nice job getting underneath him, and Eli DeCounter out of there with the rebound. Lost it. And Shane pulls it out of there. Going to pull up for the open three. No good. Rebound tipped. And it'll be West Prairie basketball. Logan Estes tried to tip it away. Inbounds to Whitman. Whitman works it with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter of play. Works it on the way. Going to go over to Percy, to Whitman. Whitman out to DeCounter. DeCounter holds, waits. Back to Whitman. Whitman, DeCounter. He'll put up the three. That one's off the mark. Clark had it for a second. Oh, look what I found. And then he dropped it. Brings it back the other way. Shane up guarded by Percy. Bouncing out, works to Luke Estes. Luke Estes wheeling in the lane.
Throws it up.
Yeah, that's about the best way, Dylan, to say that. It threw it up. Whitman on the run, puts it up and in. Matt Whitman, pretty darn quick, got ahead of the pack. As Cordell tips it away from Burkett, and we'll have a couple, 3 substitutions for Brimfield. It is Bruner joined by Moe. No Larry or Curley, but Cahill. Burkett bounces in. Bruner going to work it up. Dribbles toward the outside. Come to Luke Estes. He'll bounce it over for Burkett. Burkett trying to work on Cordell. Comes to the lane. Spins. Kicks back out. They go to work.
So weird. There you go. See how it looks leveler?
And right, kind of double clutched it. Nice job by Braden Copeland, able to take it away. Looking for a fast break opportunity. Percy with the three. It is no good. Clark had the rebound for a moment, and Copeland able to save it back out. Works into Percy. Percy in the lane, goes up. And Go ahead. What you're going to say, Dylan?
I was going to say and one, but he missed.
Nice, strong move by Aiden Percy. Coming in there and challenging. First one short. Ruger Olson comes in. Eli DeCounter out for West Prairie. Sam telling me he was going to open up the rotation just a little bit, work some more guys. We're getting close, actually, to the end of the JV part of the season. Hines in now, and free throw is good. So makes it 13-8 now. Cyclones lead it here. As they work, Bruner trying to get it to Cahill, hasn't been able to do it. Cyclones doing a nice job of pressure. They wheel it in the lane. Moe able to grab it up. And now to Cahill. Cahill tries to turn around, won't get it to stick. Rebound fought for. And Copeland going to give the over the back on Luke Estes. And that's going to put Luke Estes up at the free throw line. I do know pretty good 7th grade tournament going on up at the elementary today. As free throws good. I believe Carthage had kind of the leg up on the tournament. And second one no good. Ruger's got it. And now they'll work. No. And they bring it in to Cordell. Cordell has it picked away.
No call.
That jump ball about as clear as a bottle of Starry, right, Avery? Or Starry, as it should be called. 13-9, 4-point lead here. Here comes Bruner working on just about slipped him. Percy doing a nice job there. He committed the leg. And so Bruner will bring it inbounds from the sideline. Fires it into Luke Estes as Copeland chases him all over. Cahill, couple of bounces out to Moe. Moe will pull up for the 16-footer, no good. And the rebound, Cahill high up for the rebound, missed it. Clark pulls it out of there. And we'll work the other way. 2:50 left to go here, second quarter. Olson in a hurry over to Copeland, down to Clark. Three-pointer in the corner is no good. And the rebound taken away there by Hines. Hines trying to get the ball but couldn't catch up. You knew that was coming somewhere. As Bruner comes, driving in the lane, tries to go up under Percy and traveled. Another new substitution. Grinnell will come in. He's going to replace Estes. 2.5 left to go here first half, 13-9 lead. It has not been a blistering scoring pace here so far.
Sleepy game.
Yep. Worked well, Saturday game to do that every time. Brody Cordell trying to go up in the lane, can't get it to go. Moe down with the rebound and off in the hands of Bruner. Bruner.
Oh, wraparound.
And a nice wraparound indeed. Bring it in lane, kick out. Bruner will put up the three. It is no good, rattled out. Copeland snatches the board, and he's off to the races. Out to Olson. Olson holds, waits, bounces down to Clark. Clark for Cordell in the lane. Cordell dribbles in there. Nice work. Good footwork, puts it up and in, and makes it a 15-9 West Prairie. As we work under 2 minutes, minute 40 left to go here in the ball game, or in the first half rather. And a travel by Grinnell. Whitman will check back in. Now say Sam DeCounter is doing a nice job whipping guys in and out, in and out, in and out. And Aiden Percy will go out because these freshmen go real deep. Not 8 or 10 deep here. And again, always an eye on, gotta have an eye on next year. Nice pass down by Cordell to Clark. Biscuit in the basket, good, and it is a 17-9 lead for the Cyclones. Whitman doing a nice job on Bruner, but got a screen, comes up, and
wow.
And Cordell will be whistled for the personal. On that one, Bruner will put it on the way.
I don't
17, go ahead.
I don't think the team's very happy with that one.
I could tell Coach DeCounter not happy with that one at all. First one's good. 17-10. I could sense his displeasure. Not that coaches ever get upset with the officials. Never, ever. Whitman has it now to rebound by Clark. They'll bring it up. Minute 10 left in the first half. DeCounter over to Olson. Olson over to Whitman. Whitman a bounce. And cross courts it. Olson thinks about three, puts it up. Won't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. DeCounter had it, and Moe finally snaps it up. Off to Bruner. Bruner dribbling up has Grinnell in the corner. Into Moe. Moe working on, a nice dump off and basket in. Somebody didn't talk there in the middle, and they've cut it to 17-12. Indians making a run here. As DeCounter brings it down over to Clark. Clark out to Whitman, a fake. Back to DeCounter. He'll put up the open three. Get it! Big hit by Eli DeCounter. And it makes it a 20-12 lead, 20 seconds left in this first half. And now they'll bring it. Grinnell over to Bruner. Bruner working on Ruger Olson. Looks, fires to Cahill. Cahill working around 5 with 4. Bruner looking to work here. Olson bothering him. They bring it out on the outside. Shot is up and good.
Bank.
Grinnell, I don't know if he called it, but he got it at the end of the first half of play. It is 20-12. The lead here for the Cyclones of West Prairie. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout, and we'll be back for the second half coming up in just a little while right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back to West Prairie Junior Senior High School as we get ready for. I knew I was going to do that. When you eat at halftime, you know that was going to be a burp before the second half buzzer. Anyway, welcome back here. Cyclones have a 20-15 lead here. And we want to thank more of the very fine sponsors of our broadcast, including Ride Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Ride Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed fertilizer and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area, and as a customer, they'll take care of you. Give them a call today, 309-772-3121 today. Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face or over the phone, by email or by text. You choose how you did business with Tom Conklin State Farm. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get a quote today at 1221 West Jackson in Macomb. Cyclones have Ruger Olson, Ryan Clark, Brody Cordell, Matt Whitman, and Eli DeCounter on the floor here. Olson with it out top. Gives the bounce to Whitman, cross court, and a little wide. So we'll get the lineup as Taylor Richardson goes past us. She's taking pictures today. Luke Estes with it out top. He was trying to throw it down to Burkett, and Burkett wasn't ready for it. Cyclones will get it back. It is Shane, Luke Estes, Simmons, Cahill, and Burkett on the floor for Brimfield. The counter bounces to Olson, over to Whitman. Waits and holds out to the counter. A couple of bounces back to Whitman, bouncing down for Clark, and lost it out of bounds. Saved very capably by his uncle, Matt Clark. Olson going to pressure Shane in the backcourt. Pulls him all up to the near side, hands off to Luke Estes. Nice slip under, and they're going to get Whitman for the personal. And on Matt Whitman, that would be his second. Luke Estes at the free throw line. And free throw rattles out, no good. They're going to stay at a 20-15 advantage for the Cyclones, or deficit, depending on if you're an Indians fan or not. And second one goes 20-16. Back they come the other way. Whitman looking, gets a pick from Clark. Passes over to Olson. Olson dribbles out of there, almost tripped over his own feet. And then over to DeCounter. DeCounter looking for a lane, bounces to Whitman. They are really overplaying the guards out there. Whitman traveled as he tried to get through there. Couldn't get it, and turn it. Indians working around. Cahill outside to Estes. He'll pull up for the step back three, and a sports corner three. And it is a 1-point lead for West Prairie, 20-19. Ruger Olson with it. Spins, kicks over to DeCounter. Cordell gives a pick, bouncing back to Olson. Thought about the three, put it down. Pass over to Whitman, and he'll reset the offense. 2-3 zone put on here by Brimfield. A little more kind of an amoeba-like attacking zone. The counter holds, looks in, comes over to Olson, out to Whitman. Whitman to the counter. Olsen holds. Back to Whitman for Clark for the counter. He'll put up the three. That one's off the mark. And nice job by Clark. Went flying over and hit the ball off Simmons. Braden Copeland will check in. And Cordell up and under, yes, and it counts. Nice up and under by Brody Cordell. Free throw is no good. Rebound tipped out, and Braden Copeland recovers it to Cordell. Tried to get it in there. Nice job by Brimfield to reject it out of there. Whitman fakes out to the counter. Back to Whitman, looking, and Cordell had it tapped away. Copeland for Whitman. Dribbles, cross court. Copeland, three on the way, no good. Rebound pulled down by Burkett. Burkett has it picked by Copeland, and now Whitman in the backcourt. Hit it quickly up the court, bounces it to Copeland. He'll pass it back to Whitman, and they'll go to work over to the counter. 3:40 clock rolling here, third quarter of play. We got a timeout by Sam DeCounter. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
We'll see what the Cyclones have in their bag here. It's been a tight game all the way along. And Dylan, so far in this game, nobody seemed to have a real advantage.
Nope. Whole bunch of turnovers, man.
They bring it down. Bouncing into Clark. Clark trying to spin and traveled with it. That'll turn it back over to Brimfield. They have a chance with the three ball to tie it up. Copeland going to work against Shane in the backcourt. Slides around him, gets away. Clark able to switch on him. Luke Estes, three on the way. Is an air ball. The counter out of there with it. Slows. Cross court to Copeland. He'll seesaw around. Look. Pass from the counter to Whitman. Whitman in the lane. Back to Copeland. To the counter. He'll put up another three. No good. And the rebound. Simmons out of there with it. And they're going to whistle a foul. As the first on as they called that one on Clark. Burkett in as full court pressure by West Prairie. Luke Estes dumps down to Simmons. He missed the open layup. Cordell with the board off to the counter, and here they go. Olsen up to Copeland. Copeland down for Clark, lost it. Pulled out of there by Simmons. Shane working around here. Fires it out for Cahill, trying to get it back to Shane. Lucky that they got it through there, aren't they? Westfield Cordell with a foul. And so it'll be Brimfield ball. Cahill's pass tapped away, stolen by DeCounter. Out to Olsen, he'll put up the three. Nope, no good. Clark the rebound, he goes up. Can't get the rebound basket to go, but Burkett with a foul. And we'll have wholesale substitution at the moment. Jair Flora Durham will come in just a moment. Free throw by Clark is no good. As Cordell comes out, Brody Cordell now with a couple of personals. So coming back in, it is Mo, Logan Estes, also Bruner for the Brimfield Indians. Clark for number 2, it is good. So ups it to a 4-point advantage for West Prairie as Mo brings it out to Bruner. Bruner working around to Burkett. Burkett down the lane, goes up, nice drive, gets it to go. 23-21 here. They work it down in the corner to Clark. Aiden Percy dribbles in, fires shot, no good. Mo a rebound, and Brimfield can tie it up here. Brimfield down the lane, Bruner with it, stolen by Clark. Clark trying to get away from Logan Estes, and could not. And now they off to Copeland. Copeland walks it up. Out to Olson. Olson down for Flora Durham. Back to Olson. Olson up to Percy. Back to Olson. He'll look to drive. Has it swatted away. Flora Durham with it. He'll be fouled. Jair, not the biggest post player, but he does good what he's got. First one's up and good. So a little bit of a boost there, back out to a 3-point advantage. Second one, good as well. Boost off the bench, back up to a 4-point West Prairie lead. Luke Estes with it in the backcourt. He'll dribble on Ruger Olson, coming down to the far side of the court. Wheels it back out, drives in the lane on Percy, can't get it to go. Flora Durham had it, go off his hands and out of bounds. Brune, bring it in. Into Mo, up to Logan Estes, to Burkett. He'll try to work on Clark, gets a screen, drives in on Percy, got it in the basket.
Ooh, he has 8 points.
Yep, he leads the way with 8 points. A third of their points here in the ball game. Free throw is no good, however, and the rebound, Clark off to Copeland. Braden Copeland working against this 2-3 zone to Ruger Olson. He'll put up a 3, get it! Sports corner 3 for Ruger Olson. And if you want to beat a zone, that's the best way to beat it. Out to Luke Estes. Estes looking around here, probing the defense. 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Burkett down the lane, fouled on the way through. And Sam DeCounter's hands up in the air so much you might think he doesn't care, but no, he does. He doesn't put his hands in the air like he doesn't care. First one is good. And he'll ready the second one. Burkett, number 2 is good. And Cahill will come in. Burkett will go out for him. First player for either side into double figures with 10. 28-25 with 20 seconds left. Cyclones will work here to Percy. Percy driving in, bounces to Flora Durham. He'll dribble, lose the handle on it, and then just kind of bowls his way and gets back, and they're going to call that a travel. Inbounds from Mo, and Copeland able to steal it. Dribbles it in, puts it up and in, and that's a big bucket for West Prairie. Estes now the other way, bouncing up quickly to his brother Luke, and the shot no good. At the end of 3, 30-25, Cyclones lead the Indians right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
30-25, the lead here as we head into the fourth quarter of play. Oh, it is not overtime. I always say this computer program and I do not like each other very well. So for the fourth quarter, it is Matt Whitman, Brody Cordell, Aiden Percy, Ruger Olson, and Ryan Clark. It is Burkett, Shane, Luke Estes, Cahill, and Bruner for Brimfield. Bounce to Luke Estes, looking in at Burkett, couldn't get it there, turns it over out of bounds. Nice job by Brody Cordell fronting him on that one. Olson will work it up now. Gives it over to Percy. He'll come down. Cordell across court for Olson. Jumped at by Cahill over to Whitman. Couple of fakes back to Olson. Tried to bounce it in, and Cahill with a steal. And then they're going to whistle Cordell with a personal. That'll be his third, first on the team. And DeBruner, Clark bothering him. And Cordell, nice steal to Percy to Whitman. Whitman in the lane, lost the handle on it. Buttered the biscuit, just to have it slapped out of his hand, or slip out of his hands. Now Shane with it. He has got a 3-on-2 in the lane, kick out to Cahill. Up to Bruner, he'll toe up the three, no good. Clark out of there with the board. Clark will dribble it up. You don't see him do this a lot, but there he is, hands it off to Olson, over to Percy. Fake. We've got a push by Brimfield. 5:59 mark here this fourth quarter. And that'll be on Burkett with the bounce. And he's picked up his fourth. Whitman, the trigger into Percy. He'll fake, dribble, try to bounce it into Cordell. And surprise, no kick violation. As Estes picks it up, he's got Bruner ahead of him. Bounce in the lane and stolen there by Clark. Nice hustle. Off to Whitman. Over to Olson, over to Percy, and he'll get bumped and fouled. 30-25, 5-point advantage here. The Cyclone ball out of bounds. Hunter Jackson will check in for West Prairie. He'll replace Aiden Percy. Into Brody Cordell, nice position. Yes, and it counts. On Cahill, so a chance of the three-point play and a little bit of separation. So Cordell will set himself at the line. Free throw is no good. Cahill down with the board.
He got some hang time.
Yeah, he did. Got way up there, had it slapped, and a foul on West Prairie, their second.
A lot of foul calls, a lot of turnovers.
It has been a busy, busy second half for the men in stripes. Shane with it, lobs it up to Luke Estes. He'll hold it. Spin out to Burkett. Burkett toes up the three, no good. And the rebound out of there with it's Clark. Clark got a good bump from Cahill on the corner. and bring it out. 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Whitman up to Jackson. Jackson down for Cordell. Cordell, Jackson. Jackson traveled with it. Now Jackson. Now they work it up to Burkett. Burkett working on Cordell. Over to Shane. Slides run, gets picked from Burkett. Catches Cordell, looking to go in the lane. And now nice switch by West Prairie. Bruner up to Cahill. He'll toe three. Won't go. Rebound tip. Jackson down with it. And he finds Clark. Clark gives it off to Whitman. 32-25. Hines will come in a moment. Olsen up high with it. Out of there with it to Jackson. Jackson dribbles, puts up shot. Got it! Nice job by Hunter Jackson. Put it home for a 34-25 lead, 9 points. Shane holding it out top there, 4 minutes left to go. Burkett turns, shoots shot, and gets called for the foul. And that'll be the fourth on Brody Cordell. So Burkett up to the free throw line. Free throw is good. Begrudgingly good. Simmons coming in, also Hines checking in. Cahill and Bruner go out. Second one's no good. Cordell out of there with the board. Over to Olsen. And Olsen will walk it on the way. Ruger Olsen walking it across half court. Over to Jackson. Jackson to Cordell. Down to Clark. Yes, indeed, sir. That is a beauty. And the Cyclones lead it 34-26. Hit here by 8. As Ruger Olsen, Estes right back at him, puts it up and in, and we got a timeout called by Brimfield. It is 36-28, lead here for West Prairie. Will stop aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
And we're back here, 34-28. Well, Dylan, if you are West Prairie, what are you trying to do right now?
Score. Good plays.
You're a man of few words, sir. I love that. Checking in for the Cyclones, Jason Faust checking in. Is a shooter. As Olsen comes to Faust. Faust gets a screen from Clark.
Oh, he falls.
And nice job by Cordell. As Sam DeCounter will call a quick timeout. Good hustle by Cordell. As Faust had a little trouble holding on to the ball.
Sounded like they wanted a travel call.
And that's very close to a travel. And that's one of those things you got to tell that kid, you got to hold on to that ball, be tough, because you know you're going to get bumped, beat around. I changed it up. We'll see how they do. Both teams with 3 personal fouls in this fourth quarter. It is 36-28, the lead for West Prairie. To an 8-point advantage here, inbounds to Olsen. He'll work up against Shane. Comes over the timeline, gets it to Whitman. Whitman in the lane, goes up, gets it to go. Matt Whitman, knowing that Burkett had the 4 personals, attacked him. A 10-point lead here. Shane over to Luke Estes. Down for Simmons. Simmons walking Whitman out of there. Nearly had it picked away. So a 2:56 left to go here in the ball game. Hunter Jackson comes back in. Jason Faust will check out for West Prairie. Burkett nearly has it picked away. Hunter Jackson doing a nice job of jumping on it. And possession arrow will be West Prairie. Nice play there by Hunter Jackson. Slip in there. Braden Copeland will check in. as he'll replace Matt Whitman. 38-28. Olsen brings it into Braden Copeland wanting to get the ball. Now they'll run a high 1-4 set. Olsen holds on the near side, gives a bounce. Comes back, they find a nice lay in to Clark underneath. They have found Ryan Clark all over the place. 40-28, 2.5 left to go here in the game.
Push off.
Shane with it over to Simmons. To Shane in there. Cordell, a near steal, fight for it. Burkett had it. Over to Luke Estes. As Olsen bodies him up. Hines out to Burkett. Burkett looking to dribble on Cordell. Spins, kicks out, and Shane on the way with the three. No good. Rebound. Cordell down with it. Tries to get out of there with it. Pile up for it, and it'll be Brimfield ball. Coming back in, Logan Estes. Also coming in is Grinnell. Jair Flora-Durham will check in, replacing Brody Cordell. A little offense-defense substitution. 2 minutes left to go. Aiden Percy will check in. He'll replace Ruger Olsen. Line out of bounds play, 12-point lead, 40-28. Inbounds to Logan Estes. Out to Hines. And Hines with a push-off. You called it earlier, Dylan. He did that last time he had the ball. You called it. 40-28. 12-point lead here for the Cyclones. Brimfield, next foul will put 1-1, or putting the two-shot foul for West Prairie up to Jair Flora-Durham. Jair looking to drive, has his pocket picked, and Luke Estes is out of there with it. Percy giving chase, goes up. It's a foul. And so two-shot foul for Luke Estes, and that's not where you want the Indians, is at the free throw line. First one on the way. It is good. That's it down to 11. Coming in is Peterson for Brimfield. Second one's good. Braden Gray will check in for West Prairie. He'll replace Ryan Clark, I believe. Actually, will replace minute 42 left, 10-point lead for the Cyclones. Copeland up the sideline with it, beats three guys up there, whips it out to Jackson. He'll put up, shot won't go, rebound tip, and Copeland keeps the board. Wheels it around, pulls it out of there, minute and a half left. In the lane he goes, gives to Jackson. Jackson up with it, won't go, rebound tipped. And Logan Estes in with it. Hines in the backcourt, trap. As Hunter Jackson chasing him. Finally gains the advantage. And they dump it in the lane to Logan Estes. Shot no good, rebound tip, and Hunter Jackson's out of there with it. Under a minute left to go. Jackson having a little trouble getting a hold of it. Now spins in right into the hands of Hines, who puts it up and 40-32. Lead down to 8. And with it, Jackson, he'll put up the three, no good. And Jair Flora-Durham connects the foul. And Will Phelps and Jason Faust will check in. 37 seconds left. As it is Phelps, Percy, Jackson, Gray, and Faust. Eli to counter will come in just a moment. At the free throw line, it is Grinnell. His free throw's no good. Jackson will come out as Eli to counter will come in. Grinnell looking to get the ball. And they're going to whistle a foul and a bucket as Logan Estes got up. As Phelps' second personal. So 40-34 as he sets for the free throw. The counter with it. Phelps out in the corner, had it for a second. It'll stay with.
They have a chance to come back.
Yep, 40-34. And Grinnell has it stolen away, tip. Fight for it on the floor, and it is Percy with it off to DeCounter. A timeout called by Sam DeCounter. So 40-34, timeout called by West Prairie, 26 seconds left. This is excitement.
Picked the game up a little bit.
It did pick the game up a little bit as West Prairie trying to finish this out here, trying to save some of their guys that play in the varsity game. And it'll be West Prairie bringing the ball inbound. Or no, actually be Brimfield bringing the ball inbounds.
Wait. No, it's West Prairie.
Oh, it is West Prairie basketball here. Let's see. And so Percy will bring it in. To DeCounter. DeCounter coming up the floor. And we'll have a bump. We'll have free throws up coming. Logan Estes. And DeCounter at the free throw line. Give him a little bit of distance. Counter. Free throw on the way. It is no good. So 23.8, I should say, seconds left to go. The counter, free throw's good. Shane in a hurry out the other way as Percy gives him chase. 41-34, shoots a long. Sports corner three is good. And we've got a timeout called by Brimfield, 41-37 with 16 seconds left. Ryan Clark is going to check back in, as is Ruger Olson. As they'll see how the Cyclones, how to handle it here. 4-point lead, 16 seconds left. And pretty much all you got to do is get it in. Burn just a little bit of time. We'll have foul shots on the way. Clark. Yep, don't fall asleep on me there, Dylan.
I was thinking about a brownie.
Clark looking to bring it inbounds into DeCounter. DeCounter fouled from behind. So 1.4 seconds went off the clock. At this pace, we'll be here till 6 p.m. As DeCounter sets himself at the line, was 1 for 2 last trip. Free throw is up and good. Makes it a 2-possession ball game. Second one on the way, good as well. Eli DeCounter, clutch free throw shooting. As Shane coming back the other way, trying to get a shot off, 10 seconds left. Peterson, three on the way, no good. The air ball, Aiden Percy down with it, and he'll be fouled.
Good game.
And that should finish it off here. Aiden Percy. free throw line. Aiden Percy, free throw is up and no good. Eli to counter, and Ruger Olsen will go out. 6.1 second, Will Phelps back in. Second one, Percy no good. Rebound pulled down by Luke Estes. Throws it up to Hines, who loses it off his shoe. Percy gets it in. That's your ball game. The West Prairie Cyclones take home the win here, 43-37 over Brimfield. We're going to wrap this one up, and then we'll be back with the varsity contest coming up in just a moment. Folks, as I always say, thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on. You have been watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.